Turns out Outlander star Sam Heughan has quite an impressive property portfolio. He owns 3 properties in Scotland, and his actual home is even more surprising. The Jamie Fraser actor likes to keep his private life very much on the down low. However, he has allowed Instagram fans to see a few glimpses inside his relatable residence. In this video, let's look at what we know about it, as well as some Season 7 spoilers. First off, Sam reveals a glimpse of his Scottish home. Fans may know that Sam's extremely active on social media, particularly Instagram, where he keeps his fans up to date with his personal and professional life. Those knowledgeable about his early life may know that after growing up in Dumfriesshire and living in Edinburgh and London, he settled near Glasgow. Just recently, he gave us a look inside his lavish residence there. In many of his IGTV posts, he appears in front of a bookcase that seems to be inside his personal house. The videos are usually to promote his recent programs, projects, and even his own whiskey brand, the Sassenach. However, in the recent video, he positioned his camera so that viewers could see most of his filled bookcase, which was brimming with books and ornaments, as well as an impressive collection of pop. In one appearance, the landscape angle even allowed Sam's fans to see more of the room in which he shot the view. Alongside the wooden bookcase, a dark blue wall was visible that featured a marble shelf and an ornate uplight with a small cream shade. The top shelves of the cabinet also seemed empty for some reason. Perhaps Sam was leaving room for some copies of his very own book, Clanlands. All these glimpses into his home appeared to delight his fans because there were over 800,000 views on the live videos. Up next, some more details from his home. Fans were eager to know more about Sam's house, and now we have several new details about it. For example, he has a home gym inside his garage, with brick walls painted white and concrete floors. This is where he was pictured kneeling with his weights in one of the Instagram posts. Those who view his profile regularly might notice that he has posted several photos here previously. The bookcase mentioned earlier happens to be in his living room, in front of which he has also shot several photos and videos. All it takes is some attention to notice how most of the backgrounds in these are the same. During a video appearance on This Morning in 2020, he was seen sitting on a black leather sofa with gray tartan blankets draped across the black and white walls behind him. This appears to be in the same room where there's also a large marble fireplace with a black coffee table and an indoor plant positioned next to it. Another part of Sam's home that we know of is his driveway. This is apparently the perfect spot for him to work out, as we've seen many times. For instance, he shared a post-gym selfie from his front garden, which is surrounded by lots of greenery. It also offers plenty of space for his weights, mats, and skipping rope. It's funny because even though we've seen all these spots from his house so many times, and yet they seem unfamiliar when he gives an official tour of them. Now that we know what Sam's home looks like, let's see what his show's new season's like. Up first, some potential Season 7 spoilers for Outlander. Since the season isn't actually out yet, we can't technically call fan theories spoilers, but they seem to be driving everyone crazy on the internet. One of these is that there are 2 fan-favorite actors who viewers are theorizing will return to the show this season. The first is Scottish actor Graham McTavish. He's previously known for his roles in The Hobbit and The Witcher. In the first 2 seasons of Outlander, he played Dougal Mackenzie, the chief of the Mackenzie clan, and ended up dying in the season 2 finale when tensions arose between him and the lead couple, Claire and Jamie. As the show seems to be coming to an end after season 7 or 8, some fans think Graham will definitely return to the show. We know that sounds impossible, but hear us out. He might not necessarily return as Dougal because the character's dead, but maybe as some other person. Fans who have paid close attention to the first 2 seasons will remember that Dougal and Galus had an illegitimate son, Buck Mackenzie, who's Roger's direct ancestor. There's also John Bell, who played the role of Ian. He was described as Jenny and Ian's son, and they called him Young Ian. Having appeared in previous seasons regularly, his character was an extremely important part of the sixth one, but it hasn't been officially confirmed whether he'll be returning for the next one or not. Fans think it'll likely happen. Let's look at what else will happen during the season. Some fans might be wondering where season 7 will pick up from and what exactly will happen in it. Well, to begin with, it'll probably wrap up the events of the previous season and then move forward. The ending of season 6 was a major cliffhanger, leaving Claire and Jamie in an extremely intense situation. In the finale, they were separated and Claire was sent to Wilmington, where she was about to face trial for the death of Malva, an alleged crime against her. Claire and Jamie getting separated due to unforeseen circumstances isn't anything new in Outlander, because it has happened quite a number of times in the previous seasons. But things seem to be quite serious this time. What's more, this ending left audiences in quite a hustle, as some called it extremely thrilling, while others thought it was too rushed. So wherever season 7 starts off, it'll definitely be engaging for all audiences, as everyone's questions will be answered. What's more, season 7 could be split into 2 parts. With so much hype surrounding it, we're guessing that season 7 will be the biggest one yet. Perhaps it's so big that the showrunners might end up splitting it into 2 separate parts. To make sense of this, it's important to know that the executive producers decided to stop the production of season 6 after just 8 episodes and move the final 4 planned ones to the beginning of season 7. That way, it got on the air as fast as possible, and Belle could take time off that she needed to give birth to her first child. As a result, season 7 will feature a total of 16 episodes, and the story will pick up where the previous one left off. Claire will be in prison, wrongfully accused of the murder of Malva Christie. Those who have already read the novels may know that these events occur at the end of Diana's 6th book, A Breath of Snow and Ashes, and the storyline will probably wrap up by episode 4, but then it'll be time to move on to the events of book 7, An Echo in the Bone. With so much story to tell over 16 episodes, we think Starz will spread things out and split the season in 2 instead of speeding through it nonstop. The biggest reason that we think this will happen is that season 1 was also split into 2 halves with 8 episodes each, following up with an interesting new addition to the season's cast. Just a while ago, it was announced that Chris Fulton would no longer be playing Reince in Netflix's The Witcher alongside Henry Cavill. Instead, the role was recast and Reince will now be played by Sam Wolf in season 3. Now, we have a bit more clarity on why Fulton will no longer play Reince. It's because he has joined Outlander season 7 as Rob Cameron, who's described as a handsome man in his mid-30s. This character, from what we can tell, is supposed to be one of the antagonists in the future seasons, and he'll likely become a series regular there. Interestingly, as discovered on Reddit, Fulton had already been spotted on the Outlander set in early July. This was just a few days after an action scene featuring Reince was being filmed in Wales. At the time, everyone thought it was Chris, but in fact, that was Sam Wolf, as it turned out later. Last, when does the season get released? Honestly, there still isn't much that's been revealed about the release plan, but we do know that production began earlier in May. This means it could possibly wrap up completely by fall 2022, October or November. The interesting thing is that Starz revealed nothing about the season itself. It was Sam that posted a photo on Twitter confirming the start of filming. This proved to be a great source of joy for fans as they expressed their amusement in the comments and quote tweets. After all, everyone knows how exciting it feels when their favorite show gets renewed for a new season. So keeping this in mind, we think it's safe to say that season 7 will probably come out sometime near the end of this year or early next year. That isn't such a long wait right? Sometimes shows even premiere at a time when the episodes aren't fully complete, so that possibility can occur as well. And that's a wrap for this video. What did you think of Sam Heughan revealing his Scottish home? Let us know in the comments below. Do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell notification for similar videos. See you in the next one.